congratulations on this project. After everything I was expecting from it, it blew me away. It's nothing what you expect from the trailer. For you, why was this project so special? Why did you want to be a part of it?
I think there's many reasons. Well, first of all, hi. I'm happy to be here with you, Jesus. Thank you for having me. But I think there's many reasons why I was drawn to this project. Of course, knowing that two legends like Mariana Treviño and George Lopez are going to be a part of something, there's no doubt in my mind that I want to do something with them. Having somebody like Angel be the director, I was a huge fan of From Prada to Nada. So I think there was a lot of those factors that definitely drew me to the script. But at the same time, the messaging behind it, the message of love, the message of family values, and the message of loving anybody, regardless of their color of their skin. And I think that all of those things were the reason why I thought this project was perfect.
Definitely. You don't get it from the title of how the Gringo Stole Christmas, but this has so many layers to it. Like you said, there's the complexity of love. There's the father-daughter relationship. You have coming of age story for both the daughter and the father.
Mhm.
You have the family dynamic. All those things coming together. How was it difficult to, you know, embody a character that goes through such a huge story arc like your character does?
I think, interestingly enough, the space was so safe and so beautiful that we were able to create creatively that it didn't really make anything difficult. I think that being able to work with people that give so much of themselves, actors that are so present with you, that give so much of themselves to you in a scene, working with somebody like Angel that is so incredible in his process and creates such a great space for you to be able to play your character in the most truthful way, and of course, the writing. I mean, Ezequiel was so incredible, and he allows us the opportunity to also exist in our freedom. And I think all of those things together are factors that don't make the process difficult. It makes the process a very like beautiful synergy of all being united.
Definitely. And how much of were you able to put into your character? Did you have the liberty to, collaborate much of who you are into this character?
I definitely did. I think because Claudia and I are so similar in so many aspects, I was able to pull from my own life and from my own experiences and bring that into her character. So I think there's a lot of me in her as well.
Being able to put so much of yourself into a character, how cathartic is it to embody somebody who is part of your community, who you do create and make very similar to yourself?
I think it's amazing. I feel super honored that I'm able to bring in a little bit of my culture as well, and to bring in the fact that we're a Latino family and portray that on the screen and show our goodness, show the bad moments, show the medium moments, and like show ourselves in a beautiful and empowering light. At the end of the day, Claudia is a woman that wants to be an entrepreneur, that she's chasing her dream in New York City of being in the fashion world, and to be able to be in like, a space like that, and come from LA and come from a Chicano family, but still have those dreams and aspirations for herself. And I just think that there's so many beautiful factors to it, and I was very happy to be a part of it.
Definitely. And you already mentioned, the legendary George Lopez and Mariana Treviño. What is it like working with them? Were you able to talk to them about, the obstacles they faced while paving the way for, Hispanic actors like yourself?
Oh gosh, of course. I think a lot of my conversations with George on set were about that. He shared a lot of anecdotes, a lot of stories, a lot of ups and downs that he went through himself, and even stories of him paving the way for people, things that he was able to do, rooms that he was able to step in to create space for the rest of us. And I think that is also why it was so meaningful for me to work on something with him, because if you think about it, George was the beginning of a lot of what we have today in our industry. And that's definitely somebody I look up to.
Definitely. And even though there's a lot of stereotypes that this movie makes fun of, you can totally see the, different characters that do represent the Hispanic community that are out there. How did you feel being around a set like that? What was it funny for you? How do you keep from laughing while filming?
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard at times to keep from filming, especially when George would hit us with some of his improv skills. You couldn't help but laugh. But, at the end of the day, to your point of creating these characters that even though, like, for example, the vatos, like sometimes that can be seen as like okay, sometimes this can be seen as like a stereotypical character, but I think the difference in this movie is that they humanized them. They're funny, they have a personality. You're showcasing sides of themselves that you wouldn't showcase otherwise in other films or in other ways. And I just think that that's something that's really beautiful about these characters is that we're humanizing each person and truly showing their flaws, truly showing their heart, showing what makes them and what their essence is. And I think Angel and Ezequiel did such a beautiful job at that.
From reading the script to being able to perform this and create it on screen, was there anything that surprised you that changed in the way the story was being told?
I would say that Angel's vision, I wasn't really sure. All you can really do is have conversations with your director about, okay, I plan for this or I plan for that. But I think being able to see Angel's vision, even after everything is already said and done, and seeing what he was able to create from the little bit of what we had in Jackson, Mississippi was great.
Talking about Andy, what kind of discussions did you have in order to create this character? What guidance did he give you to allow you both the opportunity to put some of yourself into it and yet stick to what's on the page?
I think I was very grateful to a lot of the conversations that we had earlier on in the pre-production process because it helped me develop the character in a better way. So once I was actually there and we started shooting, then we kind of had everything set in stone. So I was very grateful to his availability to me when it comes to like me wanting to ask a question, me asking him what he thought of this, how about we do this here? Or what do you think if we add this layer onto this scene? And I thought it was really cool because he allows you to have a collaborative process and that allows you to create magic.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. You did a fantastic job on this movie, and
Thank
I hope
you.
the best for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for having me.